guys, it's me, April Kamaya, and you have reached my review for Ready to Love, Season 4, Episode 13, I Choose You. And of course, it was the season finale. Very lackluster for me. Not really any surprises, but of course, we got to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. But first, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Whether you coming in to view my video on your way out, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So with you guys' help, you guys can make it happen. So let's get to it. Okay. Oh, yeah. And also I will be reviewing, because this is the last show episode. So I will be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville and also Family or Fiance, which I love that show. So I have 2 shows coming after this, because Ready to Love will be off my list, and I will only be reviewing Put a Ring on It, 1 show. So I need more shows. So again, you guys, I like anything with love, relationships, black love, anything of that nature. If you guys have any recommendations, go ahead, send them my way, and I will review them. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so this episode basically is pretty much introducing the families to each other, a significant other, to see kind of how the family feels about each other. So first, we start off with Renisha's family. So she brought her dad, her mom, and her oldest daughter to meet Joel. So we get right into it. Mom asks if he's ready for Renisha, because we know Renisha can be a lot. Is he ready for her kids? Of course, he says, I'm a dad. I have kids of my own, so that wouldn't be a problem. He thinks that she is just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. So he's scoring points with the family already. They ask, how does he feel about, it being a blended family. She has 3, and I think he has 2. So, it's not that bad. 5 kids, and I'm pretty sure she brought her oldest daughter, but I don't think she has any kids under 5, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anybody has any young kids. Maybe Joel does. I'm not sure about that. But he says he's ready. He's ready for the blended family. The family seems to like Joel, and vice versa. Joel likes the family. So they had good chemistry. The family, like I said, like them. The brother, the mom, the daughter. So they off to a good start. So Jason is going to meet Liz's family, her brother and mom. Jason wants to, when he comes in, he wants to pray over the food. And I guess that was impressive, because the family was, I guess, taken back by that. Like, they were just like, oh my God, he's praying. He's a praying man. And oh my gosh, And I was kind of like, okay, like, don't everyone pray before they eat? And he came in, saw food, and did you guys pray? Okay, let me pray. And I'm not taking anything away from Jason, but I'm like, they kind of put a little extra on the fact that he wanted to pray. Like, okay. A lot of people pray before food, but okay. Maybe we missed something in that. I don't know. They asked him what his favorite verse was. I think the brother asked, and he answers. He gives them 2 verses. Of course, the family is, impressed, like, oh, you for real, into the Bible and being spiritual. So the family's all giddy. The family's all giddy about, Jason. Obviously, they had to have cut this scene, because that was only 1 question. Unless I missed it, maybe I was writing some notes down. All I heard was, what's your favorite verse? And all of a sudden, the family loves him. Is so giddy, he's a great man. And so I'm not really sure. I'm guessing that they're going off of what Liz has told him. And, since he came in, with that, I guess they kind of it clicked for them. And I'm not really sure. They were just really, to me, overly impressed with nothing. But again, I think they edited it like that. So Chris is introducing Amber to his brothers. His brothers are very, not defensive, but protective over Chris, and you can tell that right away. No smiling, they was ready to get down to business right away. So they asked why she hasn't been, like, she's beautiful, she's smart, like, why haven't you been, like, wrapped up yet, or caught, like, why aren't you in a relationship, basically. And she's saying, maybe I haven't allowed them to come into my circle. Maybe it's not like, I might be this and this, I might have 10 things great about me, but that doesn't mean, like, that means I need to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? 10 guys can like me, that doesn't mean I get in a relationship with one of them because they like me. I have to genuinely like the person back. So I liked how she answered that. Another one asked, is it real? She tends to repeat things before she answer it, and I think it's because of the lawyer in her, because she has to figure out her answer. But she said, they asked her, is it real? Is it real? And then she says, basically they have a connection. They have a genuine connection. The other brother asks, the season before he was in this situation, the girl said the same thing and got his heart broke. So they're basically trying to protect him, don't want no girl to be playing him. And she's saying, this is a real connection between us. They talk outside the show, they text. So as long as they can keep that up, it's as real as it gets for her. So Kyra is letting AJ meet her mom and friend. So the mom asks, how's your relationship with the mom? And he says they're in a good space. That made me think, okay, what happened with him and his mom to make him say they're in a good space? Because usually when you're okay with your mom, you'll just say, yeah, we're great, we have a good relationship. But being in a good space, that means there's obviously some sort of tension in the past between them two. So the friend asks, what do you think Kyra wants? And he answers, he thinks they have similar interests. That didn't answer the question. She asked, what do you think she wants in a relationship? So again, I don't know if this is the editing, which I'm pretty sure it is, but that didn't answer the question to me. And they just moved on to the next question. So I was confused. She asked, are you romantic, fun? AJ said yes. Of course, he's feeling interrogated, but he needs to be interrogated because no one believes that he's here for love anyway. So it's fine with me. They ask, how do you deal with conflict? He says that he listens to the person first. He doesn't let it get any bigger than it has to be. So at the end of the day, the mom seems to like him, but the friend isn't so sure. What did she ask? I think something about, do you see yourself with her, like, outside the show? And he was like, he's not sure. And so I guess Kyra was taken back, and she said that makes her unsure. So I guess that's news to her. I'm not really sure. They go back and forth with their feelings. So sometimes, Kyra is very confusing. One minute, she's saying she doesn't want to make a choice, but if the other person voices how they feel, she's confused that they feel that way, but she still isn't sure. She wants other people to be sure, but she cannot be sure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, Kyra. Like, this episode and the last episode, she was getting on my nerves. Like, Kyra, like, what are you talking about? So we come back. Amber is now introducing Chris to her brother, her sister, her friend. So they ask, how many serious relationships have you been in? And he says 4. They thought that was too many. I was kind of confused because Chris is over 35, right? Right? I know Amber is 31. If Chris is over 35, 4 serious relationships? I mean, it depends on what you're calling serious relationships. If serious relationship for him is 2+ years, and you've been dating since you were 18, and 18 years 4 relationships. So that's like every like 4 to 5 years you're in a relationship. That's not a lot. Like what, so I was kind of like, what are they talking about? Like a man in 4 relationships? I mean, I guess the key word was serious relationships maybe, but still I'm like, after a certain age, I don't know if you can just go off of a person's like how many relationships you've been in, like, because at 50, you're gonna expect them to have something, right? At 35, 40, you're gonna expect someone to have at least 2 or 3. So I don't know. They want to know how he would handle like her work ethic, because of course she's a lawyer, so she's busy a lot. And he says, of course, I'm not going to let her, work herself to death, especially, where she's like having a mental breakdown. Like, he's not going to do that. So they appreciated, hearing that. Let's see. So now Vernisha is meeting Joelle's sister and niece. So they basically ask about her. She tells her about herself. She's a mother, 3 kids, businesswoman, blah, blah, blah. How would you handle bringing like 2 more kids, into her, atmosphere or whatever? And she said, she's used to that. She's raised kids that wasn't hers. So adding 2 more would be nothing, to her. She would love them just the same. After they finish, they feel like she likes Joel too much. Again, we didn't get a lot out of the conversation. They did a lot of editing with these meetups with the parents, because it's like they'll throw a question and a quick response cut and then to the next one. So in that meetup, I don't see how they felt like she liked them too much, but maybe she gives off that vibe. I've been watching her since day one, so it does come off like she likes him more than he does. But in that meeting, I don't think she really showed that she liked him. But again, I don't know. I wasn't in the room. But yeah, they think that she likes him too much. He agrees with them that, considering how short of amount of time that they've been knowing each other, yeah, he does feel like she likes him too much. That's my thing about Joel. Every time he's around other people, he tries to play coy, like he doesn't like her as much. Like every time someone brings that up, like, oh, she likes me, she likes you more than you like her, it's like, yeah, she does. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she really, like, he kind of succumbs to it and kind of goes, yeah, yeah, she likes me more. And I'm like, but every time you with her, you trying to prove that you like her. You know what I'm saying? When you with her, I mean, it looks like you like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Vernisha, since she put all her eggs in one basket, it looks like she likes him more. But when you really think about it, Joelle really went with her too. Like, he went on what, 1 or 2 dates, like early on, but I mean, he quickly was with Vernisha too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't like the way he make it seem like it's all like her, like around other people. But when you around her, you like her. You like her. Stop playing. Like, I don't like Joel. Like, he be playing like he like too cool, and I think that little accent, that little baby, and I don't fall for that. I don't fall for that. Like, he uses that. He knows people bring their guards down, and thinks he's safe. So I think he sometimes, maybe not consciously he does, but I feel like he uses that to his advantage, But anyway, so Liz is meeting Jason's mom. She asked, how do you feel about money? I don't know why she asks, how does she feel about money? So, and she answers it. She asked, can you lead him without him knowing you're leading? And she's like, yeah, with prayer and wisdom, God can show her, everything. And I don't mean to like sound like so nonchalant about the spiritual thing, but it's like I want to know something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all connect spiritually on that level, but it's like every conversation, like, we have to like hear, like I'm trying to not be rude about, like, not that we have to hear about it, but it's like, do you guys talk about anything else? You know, I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to know like more things about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know more than, okay, you guys love Jesus. Yes, I love Jesus too. I love Jesus too. I can give you a couple verses too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that thing, but it's like, okay, what other conversations are you having? Especially when I know Jason, he's playing like he's okay with her being abstinent, but he's been admiring her body and talking about her body even at the meetup. Like, he kissed her. Like, I feel like he's enamored by her. You know, so I don't know. It just doesn't match to me, them two. So we come back. Kyra is meeting AJ's mom. She asked what got you intrigued, because she want grandbabies. I think she said 38, and she ain't got no babies, no grandbabies. So what's going on? Like, what got you intrigued with him? And she told the story, obviously, about, you know, their past history, about the date and him paying for the bill. I mean, Kyra paying for the bill, and the mom was like, oh no, like, you know how I am about that. Like, that's a major no. So she was feeling Kyra on that one. Kyra explains that they do butt head, but that they always still want to know and listen to each other. So that kind of keeps them coming back to each other. They want to make each other better so that they can be better for each other. So I thought that was, pretty good. And his name is Ashlyn. The mama said Ashlyn. The mama did not say AJ. They slipped that in one time, and then, it was back to AJ. But Ashlyn is what the A is for, AJ. Ashlyn. I kind of like that. So, you guys, we get to the end. Kyra comes in. I thought this was like a beautiful display of what AJ did. Had the roses on the piano, and he's playing the piano. I didn't know that. I missed that part, that he knows how to play the piano. I know he's into music, but I didn't know he actually can play the piano. So I thought that was very cute. He said that, he had to bring that romantic side out, since, your mama was, since they was inquiring about that. And I like that about AJ, because I love guys when you have a conversation and like something is brought up in that conversation, and maybe whatever, a day or a week or whatever later it is, that you do something that made me think, that lets me know that you were listening in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I love when guys do that. Like, you don't bring me flowers, and then all of a sudden, maybe 2-3 weeks later, he start bringing flowers, and it's not like you have to tell them, but sometimes, you gotta say, you gotta communicate how you feel. You don't bring me flowers, and if they start bringing you flowers, you know what I'm saying, they were listening. It's like they're trying. It's the ones that you say you don't do this, you don't do that, and they still don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You at least want somebody, when you mention something, and they'll be like, all right. And then they start doing it. They start listening, especially if they're trying to please you, as your spouse, your mate, and I'm talking about like marriage for the most part. I'm not really talking about casual relationships where, you know what I'm saying, you have all these expectations, for every single person you're dating. No, I'm pretty much talking about a husband and wife. Okay. So, where am I at? So Vernisha meets with Joel in front of the lake. All the guys have a bouquet of flowers. Amber meets Chris. It looks like in front of like a park. Liz is meeting Jason in front of the lake again, with some flowers. So basically, they tell each other how they feel about each other, and if they're ready for love, and if they choose each other. So 3 out of 4, you guys. 3 out of 4. Vernisha and Joel. it's a yes, of course. I already knew that. Amber and Chris. It's a yes. We already knew that. Jason and Liz. It's a yes. We already knew that. I have to say, Jason and Liz is so cringy to me. And I want to know, is that just me, you guys? Like, I don't know. Like, she's only like 4 years older than him, but it's just so cringy. Ooh. Oh, it just seems like, ooh, she's just so much more mature than him. And it just feels like Jason is just putting on. You know, I honestly feel like Jason and Kyra. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So that's what he's a yes, Jason and Liz. And then Kyra and AJ. Of course, Kyra does the whole spiel. You know, she's not sure. We need to get to know each other more, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she says no. So Kyra's not ready for love. Of course, AJ's disappointed. He doesn't regret choosing her, you know, but he is disappointed. So this was what I was going to say. So everything that happened, I expected to happen. Kyra was just too indecisive for me. So, you know, I really do think that Jason and Kyra missed an opportunity. I think they were a better match for each other. And somewhere along the way, Jason was tired of waiting and moved on to Liz. I really do think that. So I'm really interested to see the reunion. I'm really excited to see the reunion because I want to know who is still, like, together. Because honestly, you guys, like, I think I've said this in other videos, I don't really believe any of them. Amber, Chris, like, I don't believe any of them as far as the connection to stay in a relationship. Like, I don't believe them. Like, they was cool for the game show to make it to the end, you know, but overall, I don't believe the couples. But you guys, that was the season finale of Ready to Love. Very, like I said, lackluster, but hey, what are you gonna do? You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. You guys, just help me out. Again, like I said, this show was the last episode, so no more Ready to Love. But I am, again, going to be reviewing 2 more shows, which is Family or Fiance and Love and Marriage Huntsville. So again, thank you guys for watching. I love doing these videos. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. Just keep them coming, and I will be doing more videos for you guys. So you guys take care, and I will see you guys on the next show. All right, bye.